I think the most unique perspective in faith for God comes from those who've spent most of their life in hell, born into the arms of Satan, you could say, in the rings and rungs of hell, without even realizing it in a lot of cases. And you spend most of your life indulging and engaging your shadows. Um, so you become very intimate with what it feels like to be shrouded in demons, being a vessel for demons. You hear me say demons, and you probably picture something in your mind. And we've all been so misled to what angels and demons, aliens, all these realms of higher consciousness are. We've been so led astray and so lied to. We are the results of one of the wackiest experiments ever conducted. And it's pretty genius diabolic, I like to say. But and if what I'm saying to you sounds like utter nonsense, well, that's just vindicating the fact that the experiment has worked. That mind control has sunk in its hooks to the point where you are so convinced of your reality and that you're not running on autopilot 99% of your life that I'm the crazy one. Like, I don't mind being called crazy, being called tweaker, especially in a world that is structured in a way that this society is looked upon as sane. This is absolutely insane, unsane. Um, and it seems more insane than ever because we have more access, readily available access to whatever type of information you could possibly think of. You just have to be clever enough to find your way through those mazes of information. And they run deep. They roll deep, and you get lost. You get lost in the sauce, dudes. But try to have fun with it. And if you can accept and admit to yourself that you've been the subject of an experiment against your will, well, then maybe you can vibe with the idea of learning to take your power back by using yourself as an experiment and learning some of the dark psychological tactics they've used to propagandize and manipulate us since birth. Because those same tactics that have been weaponized and utilized to create this fight or flight constant state of fear, this trauma mentality, this collective mass trauma mentality. Well, the information's out there again if you're savvy enough to go find it and objective enough to be able to process the information without losing your marbles or getting all up in arms and making it freaking political somehow. um, but we can also, if you come to learn that, well, there's many tactics that can be implemented early on in life that could instill positive traits and characteristics within us, not leaving everyone in a constant fight, flight, or freeze trauma mentality. Um, you know, some people might say, oh, well, we could use it to condition a utopia. I don't know about going that far because there always needs to be friction to continue this exchange of energy that we're dancing with. Ooh, you don't want to know what that was. Um, yes, it's just us, and justice will be had. Um, I love you guys, even if I don't like you. That is possible, and that's okay. And I think that's a great state of being to strive for. It's done me good. Um, and again, I speak from experience, man. And I come from the streets, dude. I've been homeless, been addicted to opiates since I was 16, man. 17 years. I'm doing well now. Um, and up until 33, man, I didn't even have hope for a future. That's why I'm kind of stuck in this pickle right now, where I'm like, I'm just a lowly line cook. I don't even have the urge or desire to strive to be a chef like I once did in my naive late teens, early 20s. I don't want to play in these games anymore, but we're going to build something new. We're going to build something new and something cooler. But yeah, I never expected to, I never even thought into the week ahead up until last year, my 33rd year. Never expected to live this long. So now, I'm stuck in this. I'm not even stuck. I'm just in this little pickle of what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. I could do what everyone else does, and man, I've often thought of leaning into the mental health diagnoses I've been given over the years and just get on government assistance, but I refuse to accept help from the government, even to my own detriment. Like, I could be on Social Security. I'm just a very high functioning retarded person. Straight up. Was born dead, taken away, code blue, brought back 3 days later. And they said, hey, your kid's going to grow up to be retarded because he was without brain. He was without oxygen for so and so long. And my parents were just like, okay. Okay, no questions need to be asked here. But I refuse to bend the knee. And again, even to my own detriment. Like, there's nothing wrong with getting using food stamps if you really need to, and I truly could use the help of that. But even though I might struggle in some ways financially, I'm very grateful and proud of myself for being able to sustain myself for so long. Been doing this since been on my own since I was 15, 16. I don't know, man. When life gets so crazy and you're born retarded, it's hard to remember. It's hard to remember a lot of things. And then, you get so scarred from your first experience in the hospital, and then treated like absolute dog crap over the years and getting stigmatized as an addict, even though you're one of the most polite addicts any doctors could wish to have as a patient. Man, I've been done so dirty by the hospitals in more ways than just my birthing experience, dude. I'm not even going to get into it right now. We don't have time for that. This ain't a bitching match. I just came on here to talk. I don't know. I wasn't feeling like talking this morning, but guess my voice wanted to talk a little bit, come out to play. And regardless of how many views we get, how many dislikes we get, how many likes we get, we're going to keep talking. We're going to keep talking because we're seeing things in a whole new way. Hermit, Hangman, and the Fool, my dudes. All right. Keep it cool. Don't be riding dirty. Treat others well. Help when you can. Help where you can. Have hope. Have faith. Know that God loves you, but the Creator probably don't like you too much, especially if you, yes. Yes. Especially if you, are worshiping this society, this cult of culture. It is a cult. A cult is a system of belief that eliminates one's ability to reason and think with logic, and they will follow whatever is said unquestioningly because they have so much faith in these whatever colorful cult flavor you choose. My favorite flavor is blue. No, it's green. Green and indigo. And yeah, that's what we got with scientism, the mainstream science narratives. Science, the scientific method is different than scientism, right? The scientific method is often overlooked and just not even considered when it comes to scientism. And y'all probably don't even know what the hell. You even heard the term scientism? No, because you're part of the cult, dude. You're part of the cult, and we're the cult busters. This is what I mean about like people call me a tweaker and stuff. Again, you just jealous. You just jealous. You don't got that all day high definition going on. And those meds are bad. I'm super grateful that I was not put on those meds early on in childhood. Waited till I was like 30 years old to try Adderall for a couple years, and it helped in some ways, but it also really messed up my life in a lot more ways. But thankfully, that is long gone. And I'm about to be long. It's all gone, long dog dong. Have a great day.